So what if I told you you could have a superpower? How cool would that be?
Sit your super butt down and find out.
Hey there, it's the Shooting Guy.
The Shooting Kid.
Thanks so much for joining us today. We do appreciate it a lot. If you're a subscriber, you guys are awesome. Thumbs up to ya. And if you're just swinging by today, consider subscribing. And thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. I hope it's not too windy today.
Hey, don't forget to join us on Facebook and Instagram, where we do some awesome stuff and we post some awesome content. We even post sneak peeks. And don't forget to hit us up on Patreon, because you guys keep us going. And this is a fully funded show by us, and it kind of helps us keep going. And don't forget to hit us up on BitChute. It's a new platform for us, and it's just where we post more content.
Yeah, very, very cool stuff. We're gonna kind of walk around here and try to stay out of the wind, but you know, what if you had a superpower, and that superpower could be being able to see in total darkness? Wow. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the ticket for you. We know exactly what that tool is, as a matter of fact. Hang on. It's right there. What is that?
It's the Pulsar Helium XP50, and they sent this to us to review and test and kind of just play with for a while. We're not sponsored by them. We have to ship this back in a couple of days, so we just want to get this out. But we want to say thank you to Pulsar for entrusting us with this awesome, unique device.
Yeah, it's a very cool little monocular, and we're going to get to some more details, and we've actually taken it out and tested it out in the nighttime, and you really can see in total darkness. It's very cool. But before we do any of that, let's get to the specs. Overall length, 8 3/4 inches. Width is 2 3/8 inches. It weighs in at a hefty 1 pound, 3 1/4 ounces. It has an ultra easy operator interface, only 5 buttons: power, up arrow, down arrow, menu, and record. It comes equipped with this rechargeable battery supply that lasts up to 8 hours per charge. It comes with a 50mm f1.2 lens that's designed for thermal imaging, and you can get other lenses for it. Simple as that. It has a stadium-metric rangefinder built right in. Very convenient. The resolution is 640 by 480, but it looks very sharp. It has a digital zoom from 2.5 times to 20 times magnification. It utilizes a 50 Hz frame rate. Its observation range is 1,969 yards. That's pretty good to be able to discern things at that distance. You can select between video mode or still image mode. You can recharge the battery in the rechargeable dock along with the USB cable and the power supply that it comes with. Very convenient. It has 8 gigabytes of internal storage that you can get onto your computer via this USB port. This is also where you can use external power. It comes with this very convenient carrying case, so you can put everything in there. A very cool feature is that it's compatible with Stream Vision, and once you get it on your phone, you could set it up to connect to your phone and record, and there you go, see? There's stuff going on over there where it's kind of warm. Right out of here, and you can record from here and do a lot of the controls from here to your Helium. The entire unit is fog-proof, dust-proof, and IPX7 waterproof. That means you can get it wet in the rain, or up to 1 meter or 3 feet for you non-metric types, and it should be fine. All right, let's cover a couple of items. This is actually very, very good for seeing things
in complete darkness.
It can be total darkness, and as long as something is giving off heat, you can see the difference between heat and cold and all the derivations in between. So yes, you do see in total darkness. There you go. So it's pretty dark, and where you can't see people very well, you can see them with this. The negative thing
you
is
can't see through a window, which is it will reflect heat and cold, and that's the only thing that a thermal imager scope will pick up.
Yeah, so if you're looking at a piece of glass, like a big large plate glass window, it's like looking at a mirror. You'll see yourself because you're giving off heat, or the things that are around you. You can discern a lot of different things, and they're good for what, like contractors?
Yeah, contractors, law enforcement. If it's the night and you're trying to find a perpetrator, you got to use a thermal imaging scope. This is the one for you, guys.
It could work. What else we got on there? Good for surveillance, good for fighting heat sources. Take a look at this video, how we used it inside of the house. So another good use for this thing is, can you find the circuit within your electrical system that may be overheating? Let's take a look up over here. Now, according to our thermal imaging, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 14 is the dryer. And over here is the hot water heater. And those two circuits, 20 amp circuits, are a bit warmer than the rest of the circuits that are on there. That must mean they've either been in use or they're drawing some electricity that the others aren't drawing, or at least a capacity that the others aren't drawing. Another good use. How about areas of heat coming off your hot water heater? For example, right here, it's it's pretty warm. And then up there, one if not both of those pipes have some heat associated with them, so you could tell if there are any leaks or any problems with this hot water heater. And clearly, it's to be expected. Yeah, that's pretty warm. All right, one of the benefits of a unit like this, that you can't see in the dark, we just have this little light on. I'm gonna take a look out here, and okay, well, my flashlight's barely working, but there you can see them with the thermal. You know, camera can't even focus on it, but they're out there.
So,
all right,
yeah.
It's very dark out, and through the thermal imager, we're looking out there. You see anything?
Yeah, we got 2 deer. Actually, yeah, 5 times. So we got 1, 2, 3. The one's looking at me right now. Look at this one's attention here. There you go. And there's one. There was one, I think, way out there somewhere. Yeah, there's one right there. Yeah. There's another one somewhere.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So here's a good example of if you were out hunting and you wanted to track. Paw prints will be left behind on the ground. Take a look at this. Watch. There you go. See? And the images will be there for quite some time afterwards. So you could track their paw prints.
Yep, so law enforcement, search and rescue, hunters, and then contractors and repairmen. If you guys are needing a thermal imager scope, the Helium XP50 by Pulsar is the one for you guys.
Yeah, did you talk about search and rescue?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, we did. We talked about law enforcement. Yes, we
Yes.
did. Did we talk about firefighters? Yeah. Well, not specifically.
Search and rescue.
Search and rescue, all that stuff. So very, very helpful. And if you're just a guy that wants to go out and hunt when you're hunting, this works really good too. And just for having fun.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a lot of fun.
And firefighters, we'll go into detail right now. If you're in a fire and you need to find people that are stranded, this can be reversed, and this could work for you guys. This can pick up even cold things. So like if you're in a hot fire that's over the 98.9 degree body Fahrenheit temperature, you guys can flip it, and then you can find colder things than what you're in.
I've got a little video I'll demonstrate. Take a look. For example, if you wanted to find something that was very cold in an area that's very warm, you might be able to find it. Kind of like my body signature is pretty warm compared to this bag of ice, but you can clearly see there's something different there than over here. So if you were in a fire, for example, and you're searching for somebody, the fire's going to be really hot like I am, and the person's going to be much cooler, and you might be able to find them. Good for search and rescue in a fire situation. Or just finding ice in the freezer. Okay, so let's get to a few of the pros and the cons, and I've got a little list here that I wanted to make sure that we covered. It has manual focus only, and that manual focus can be a little fiddly, especially when you're trying to gauge where things are. And there's a ring here. I'll do a little close-up of that in just a minute, but there's a ring there that you focus on. Sometimes you actually start turning the wrong thing. So I think that just takes a little bit of getting used to. Once you get used to it, though, it goes a little bit quicker. All right, so another plus thing is the 8-hour battery life. That's actually pretty cool. You know, we charged this thing up to its fullest, and we used it over and over and over again, and it never died. And then I just recharged it again here a little while ago, and it had 3/4 left of a charge, so it was still pretty good. Now that 8-hour battery life does come at a cost. The thing is a bit heavy, as we talked about in the specs, and it's a lot to lug around. But you know what? If you're battery conserving and you try to make sure you turn it off when you're not using it, and it also has the ability to be able to turn off the display here too, so you're not burning a lot of energy. You can get a lot of time, a full night out hunting, a couple of days worth of hunting, because it's not going to be on the whole time. It can work, so that is one of the compromises. Okay, we didn't cover this in the specs, but it is made out of a polymer material, very, very tough polymer, and I suspect it's going to get years and years of use, and it's very durable, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's not plasticky and cheapy like a toy. It's tough.
He's a strong man.
Nice. Yeah, it's got 5 buttons, and one of them is dedicated to power, and actually it's not. It's power and turning the screen on and off. That's this button up here. So that's pretty simple, and then it's got 4 other buttons, and it can get a little fiddly if you're not familiar with each one of the buttons are. But once you figure out, hey, index finger is up, third finger is down, you can just set your fingers on there and work it, but it's going to take a little bit of time. So I would say, I spent maybe an hour and a half fiddling with it before we actually went out and tried to test it, and that seemed to help. So the more time you spend with it, the better it'll be. But with only 4 buttons and a whole bunch of menus, it can be a little daunting. So don't think you can just grab this and go out and be in a pressurized situation if you're on a hunt, or if you're doing search and rescue or something like that. You better be familiar enough and play with it a lot. Okay, another plus is it's IPX7 waterproof, which means, 30 minutes, no.
And 30 minutes and 3 foot of water, so it's just as waterproof as my iPhone 7 Plus.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So you can get it wet, it's durable, all that stuff.
Use
You
it
can
in the
trust
rain.
it. Yeah.
Don't drench it into the lake.
Yeah, just don't drop it in the lake.
So is this for everyone? Yes, it could be for everyone. But if you're a hunter, they have a scoped option where you can mount it to your rifle,
Yeah.
and that might be the case for you that you guys want to use. But if you don't want to lug around your rifle and the scope on top of it, it could get pretty heavy. You would want to use a handheld option, and this is also good for law enforcement, or if you're just stalking your prey. You get the handheld option because it's much lighter and it's easy to use.
Yeah, so this is kind of a good compromise. It's not a really highly specialized thing like a hunting rifle scope for thermal imaging. That's pretty specialized. This is a good all-around that you saw in the little piece of the video when Shooting Dog was walking by. You can see her footprints. So it is good for stalking and all that stuff, and for a bunch of other things that you could use it. Maybe a rifle scope isn't, but they do make a rifle scope, and they even make a binocular version of this. And maybe we'll get a chance to review some of those in the future. Okay, so what's the price tag on this thing? Well, check the link down below. I do have a link down there. You can take a look at that, and you can see all the different price variations for this thing. But let me tell you, it's a superpower that's well within your grasp. All right, guys, check the links below. You're going to want to do that. That's all we got for you today.
Yep, God bless you.
God bless America.
May America bless God.
See ya. That's the moon.